ne say tap send see yen fa sadere we emma won customers nititu ene won a wo UK say obetimi a create wo tap send wallet no e wo app no eso se ekoba ne say tap rate no ekosra obetimi a service ka akodu impempenso bi te say 50,000 Ghana cedis ane 50,000 Ghana cedis na afei we yin kakra se oba on my Ghana mu a obetimi a service ka e wo tap send wallet no so abra unya ohaw bia na tie tap send a tre wo mahyimu akodru UAE Netherlands and Austria tap send na eye easy fast and secure tap send papa no
everybody check now check it that beat is real don't wait make it kill ya get your green select glucometer and check it sugar level check it green select glucometer check it push sugar level for check it reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Today's show is going to be a power-packed one because the stories are strong. But as professionals, as we have been over the years, we are sure going to handle the issues professionally. As usual, we're going to deal with them just as we are supposed to deal with them. My name is Sammy Flex. If this is your first time here, the show is called Showbiz Daily. It's a daily entertainment review program that you can only get online here on Sammy Flex TV, Monday through to Friday, where gentlemen in the arts industry sit to respectfully discuss issues as they are supposed to be discussed. And like I said, today's topics are really hot. And we will handle them hot, just like they came onto the table. Abbas is seated at my immediate left. He's the boss of Elevate GH, a marketing events firm. And in the middle, Roland Amate is also from Shagzi Shatta Movement Empire. And at the extreme end, we have Intim Dode Solomon. He's the online manager here at Flex Entertainment Limited. And for your digital solutions, Inti Dosu Digital Solutions will take care of you. Channel monetization, streaming, management, and all. Contact us to kill it for you. Behind the scenes, Digital Rasta is called Currency. He is the one in charge of our camera. And Richie Flex is the editor-director of the show. Meanwhile, Tap Send is an app that you can always use to transfer money from abroad to Ghana and some selected West African countries or African countries. The good thing is that they've introduced one good thing called the wallet. The wallet is just to assist you to always make sure that you are enjoying something great. So for instance, when the exchange rate is high, change your money, put it into the wallet at a time that is high, so that even if you are not ready to wire it, anytime you are ready to wire it, you can do that with no stress. If you do it today, and especially to those living in UK, you are still going to enjoy some more. So do it today and thank me later. My name is Sammy Flex. Use the promo code SammyFlex, and of course that is SammyFlex seated here. So use the promo code SammyFlex and make some more money. Why not? Who doesn't want more money? Everybody wants more money. Now let's hit the issues straight as they are supposed to be taken. First, I'm loving the fact that many of our artists are understanding the decentralization of events, concerts, shows. Latest one that I've seen came from Obede Pombede, aka Okode Pombede, Sarkodie, where he went to perform in Brekum over the weekend, and I saw the excitement on the faces of the people honestly, those who are in the other regions, hardly do they come across our top stars because many don't go there to perform. Sometimes you come across one or two flyers of some of the artists going to such places to perform, but you don't see it often. So when they go there like that, it makes it so beautiful. And seeing the Sarkodie one, I would want us to watch some videos and get the reaction and the views of my people so that we can also talk about how most of the, because oftentimes when we are on TV and you activate phone lines, the people from these areas, they call. In this case, they are referring to maybe Team Shatta movement. And I know some of them go to some of these places. And latest one that I've seen is Sarkodie, who performed in Brekum over the weekend. And when the gentleman hit town, you could see the reaction from the people, the excitement. Everybody was on the street to catch a glimpse of one of Ghana's rap stars, and that is beautiful. Richie, should we come for sound on tape, or this how you want to do it? Maybe if you have sound on tape, let's go. We should do commentaries. Okay, so my director tells me we run commentaries on it. So whilst running commentaries, then let me go to my people. Abbas, you have been doing events. Are we to see more of inter-regional shows like this from our top stars?
Good day to everybody watching.
Okay.
Salute. I think it's possible, but there are few things that hinders artist movement.
Okay.
It's just not for the love of it.
Okay.
The couple of things I've listed off rate, investment, schedules, and also capacity.
Okay.
Also anyway. So let me start with capacity. Majority of the spaces really do not have the venue and so forth to be able to hold these kind of things. Most of them don't have even up to 1,000 plus event capacity.
Okay. That's an event venue.
Venue, yes. Then apart from that, also when they also have the space, they don't have enough logistics to be able to cover it. When they manage to import logistics from the major cities, they also lack security. Because that place, there's the hardcore crowd. Look at the crowd.
So there's the show itself. That hotel, what's the name? Yeah. Okay, continue.
So look at the crowd. Security will be top notch.
But when you go to such places, you call on even the state security, like the police, they really come in their numbers.
They come in their numbers and they're able to do their work when the crowd is very calm. At places that the crowd is not calm, it's something else. I'm not saying bad about the Ghana police, but there are times that I work with a couple of police that even forgot that we are doing their own duty. They tend to even enjoy the show more than
I've seen that before too.
They are securing and it makes it some way. This in terms of capacity becomes problem. Even there are times that accommodation for proper accommodation for artists and its management team becomes another problem.
Okay.
When you also come in terms of interview scheduling, engagement with the people, you get to a town and you'll be shocked that you need to do a tour or you need to do a roam in the entire city before people will see you or see a glimpse of you and feel like, yes, some better ticket, and yes, they are not going to buy. That's in terms of the capacity. In terms of schedule, sometimes their dates doesn't really favor the artist because the artists also have some international schedules, some other things that it needs to be done. And most of these people also normally pick festive period, pick time that are favorable in terms of maybe the town. They normally do some huge festival, they do some huge funeral, they have something scheduled. And if you miss that time, you won't actually get the people no matter what it takes. Then when we look at rates, you'll be shocked that in certain towns outside Accra, you can't do more than 20 cities.
Yeah.
If you do 20 cities and people come, amen. And that one too, you need to have a long period of making noise because people need to save like 2 CDs, 5 CDs to be able to get it. And the calculation is also not just on everybody, it's only on the male species where they need to save for about 2 or 3 girls. So if you are somebody who have 1 girl, you are cool to go. But if you have about 3 girls, you need to save 20 CDs times 3. And it is not easy.
Why do you have to have 3 girls?
Apart from saving for the girls too, you need to save for their both fruit to be their jam, be something that they can match on while the event is going. Maybe you can buy them some small drink beer or something like that. So before you realize, you as a gentleman, you need to save like roughly 150 Ghana cedis to be able to go out, you and your girl or you and your girls, to be able to sort and nobody will give you problem. So these are basic calculations they also do. In terms of the rate too, people also watch their economy in their head. Charlie, me kwa kochia them 20 CD. Me to me dia boy etu, me to me dia boy moko, me to me dia boy nchinam. Me di me kwa kopie ni pani nyum etie. Me wato. Na metam them 20 CDC. Eko jina ho. Esa me wi am ba prepare to be ready. You get it? Like I'm going to take my 20 cities that I can do some proper condo meal with a fish, with a pepper.
Typical Ghana boy.
And when I'm done,
when I'm calling them, I'll call to when I'm
done with the show, I clear the person go, then I have a problem. So these are the way the local economy thinks about it. Like also, when you look at investments, sometimes to the kind of investment it needs to bring the artist, majority of the people within the town or outside the town do not have it. And those who are willing to risk it also after doing calculation, like you can be calculating your 20 cities times 1,000, times 2,000, times 10,000, still ends. Because if you are paying only the artist, you do marketing, and that place you need to do even more. On the day you are going to bring the artist, imagine the artist have about 5 V8s, and you are supposed to be floating the entire town. You are filling full tank. That alone, about 20K is gone. In your head, you know, when you are calculating and you do proper budgeting, by the time you finish budgeting for some people, the moment then they are off. Oh, you're back. Oh, baby, there are people that have called, like you see, go to Seshi, you go to BBNE, you go to Sampa, like there are corners where people will call you. Oh, Charlie, can you get us this artist? Oh, I can get you. Can you organize it for us? Okay, now let's put it. And the person is not like chicken change person, because the person can move you from Accra, ask you to come to their town for you to have a meeting with them. You know, they book you their 5-star hotel. When they tell you this is the hotel, they will put the artist and say, oh, Charlie Jack, we can't do. Maybe the artist need to sleep 4 hours before coming. So we need to calculate very well, because by the standard of the artist, he won't allow this one. Then the V8, we need to book about this number. So by the time you finish the basic calculation for the person, then and that's it.
So you think it is because of cost?
Yes, cost, venue, a couple of things. The last thing that I also think that can facilitate this thing is probably talent partnering with investors on ground, or with people on ground, or promoters like me who are doing road. Like or somebody can say, okay, I'm the talent. I want to be everywhere in Ghana. I want to enter the entire 16 regions. Go on a road. Go and get me people who can do certain particular flat rates, or get me people you think they have capacity. That at least we can be assured that we will do a successful show, and let's go into it and let's do it. I think that can help from the talent perspective.
Well, let me also get your opinion on this. You're also into events. About top talent performing in the other regions, something that we don't usually see here in our industry. Sarkodie has given us a case study.
Well, first of all, let me say congratulations to him. I think when he also went into the town, he did some beautiful charity works.
I think I saw that too.
There, and that's also very commendable. At least when our people visit some of these guys, there's the need for them to connect with them more, and these are some of the ways. At least, if not for anything at all, it is not only about you just going there to entertain them, but also affecting some people's lives directly. And this is one of them. Your corporate social responsibility is not only limited to only your foundations or maybe the places that you are based, like in Accra or something, but these are some of the things that periodically some of our people can take it upon themselves and be doing it. It will also be termed as giving back to the community.
Exactly.
Now, decentralization of events. Well, we can wish to get some of these things. For now, it can only be our wish. And because it is a wish, it is just a few people who will be able to do it. Because it is also a wish, we can't impose it on people for them to go and do it. Because it is a wish, we can't say, oh, Sarkodie has done it, so you should also go, or another artist should also go and do it by force. Sarkodie has played a show in Brekum. This person has played a show in Kranza, so you should also be going into the hinterlands to go and play. It doesn't work like that. There are so many factors that we need to consider before. Abbas touched on a few. Venue, cost involved, partnership, and as well as interest, which has to do with business. It is not just because you want to entertain the fans, but what is the business sense in there? What interest?
The decision you want to take.
Yes. What interest do you have before moving to such places to do it? If it is just about the fact that, oh, Asumesi has gone to play here, so I also want to go and play there, then forget and sleep. If that is your primary motive, then forget and sleep. Then there is no need for you to make such an attempt, regardless of your status in the society or even in the music scene. Forget and sleep. The fact that you think, oh, your competitor has done this, so that is the motivation for you to go and do this without any business conversation to it, then forget it. Because at the end of the day, the cost involved, even the risk, and the risk goes beyond even financial risk. Now, even you as a human, anything can happen. We know of people who are even going for tournaments that had plane crash and died. These are all risks that are involved in the things that we do. We don't just move because, oh, we want to go and entertain. There are certain risks, including our life risk, that we put on the line. So yes, all these things need to be taken into consideration before you move into an environment for you to say that, oh, I want to decentralize my shows into other regions. Are the places conducive for you? Are the working environments good for you as an artist? There are certain artists that they would say, oh, we want to decentralize our events and connect with other people in other regions. But I tell you, it will even be a minus to their brand. It will even be a negative. It is even going to have a negative effect to their brand, because one, probably they may not have done their due diligence before going to that place. So if they go, there's the possibility they might have a flop show, and it will be a dent on their brand. Again, there may not be proper information about his or her fan base or the reception that they have in that particular region, and that you will not also get the achieved results that you are hoping for, so, or the necessary results you are hoping for. So all these things, as well as the financial, the partnership and all that. So like I said, it is a wish. We would wish that these things happen often. Like independence is coming. We see, just like now they are moving these Independence Day celebrations as regional project. This is what we would wish, that some of our events or some of our activities in the entertainment industry are also decentralized into other places like that, so that at least it will not be concentrated in just Accra. Because I tell you, all these guys also follow the things that we do in Accra here. Just that it differs from one region to the other, but then on a larger scale, all these guys follow what we do here. So we would wish that and can be decentralized their other regions. However, we should also not take our eyes off the other factors that make it possible. Because there are certain places you would want to go and play events, but rather, if you go, you as the artist, one share the preferred microphone or speaker or sound or even stage crowd, you will not get. So since it is a wish, we would wish it happens. But then the other factors surrounding it, like government, yes, building the amphitheaters they promised, and all these event venues, as well as other factors that will make it possible. If they are available, why not? That one day, people will be going on regional tours year in, year out. But since it is not there, let's wish and hope that all these things come to play so we can do more.
Well, thanks to Shatta Wale for having such a conversation with the industry some years ago when he came back from Miami, that it's high time artists consider decentralizing their shows. And I think with him, he's been doing well with some of these things. I'm going to some of the regions. Oftentimes, he does more. Maybe he gets the calls more or something like that. But seeing Sarkodie at or inside Brekum also brings this to our notice. And let me also add one of the issues to what my people have said already, especially bad roads in some of these areas. If you are scared of bad roads, then when you are going there, just ask before you start your journey, because sometimes it's not easy. I'll tell you about our experience at Manso Kwasiso, and the other one, there was another one around the Takrady area. Chabo, yes, let's listen to you as well.
I remember.
Wasabenzo, yes, Wasabenzo.
I remember I told you that the Kwasiso road will not be able to.
Chabo. You know, we could go then the next driver, you have to, like, if my car is leading you, you have to stop and give me some space so you can have vision.
So you can see.
Because you follow me closely, you will not see anything.
Yes.
So you just have to park the car, let me go a long distance so that will settle. Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
And you can go like hours.
Yeah. It's a serious thing there. Yeah, but for me, I think artists going into other places like the regional ones, or it will be an economic decision. It's not because they just want to play there.
Exactly.
They want to make money. And those areas, money for entertainment is not that much. Yes, it's hard to come by entertainment money. Like the way Abbas was describing, they are thinking about Eto and other stuff before they
Survivor.
Yes, before they will think about money for entertainment. So you will not get a lot of artists going there like that. People like Shatta Wale, Sarkodie, and few others may get that opportunity because they are on top of their game. And for them, they are charging so high that so if the people want to increase the limit of their entertainment money, then they will save for some time and then come for them. But mostly their own people do the entertainment for them. We have artists also around in that area that they have names. So they will use them instead. And then for them they will take little, like they won't take as huge as Shatta, Sarkodie or Stonebwoy will take. So I think that's why it's like that. But so if they go there, like I remember I saw a message from somebody on Twitter talking about Shatta now coming down. If he is going to Kwasiso to play, so then Shatta now he has no value and stuff like that. And I was like, if you hear the amount that Shatta is taking to go there, you will be shocked.
I think it was on Twitter. Yeah, I saw that banter.
Twitter, and I said no, you will be shocked when you hear the amount of money that he is taking to go there.
Yeah.
So don't talk like that. That's why they can't take a lot of artists going there. It's hardly will you see them doing that. So if they are doing it, they do it big. It's not easy. So for me, yeah, I'm not surprised that a lot of them will not go there. But those who are going there, they are cashing in. I think they get good money going there. So the top artists should plan a way of getting that opportunity.
Okay.
Once a while, you go there and also show them love and also take money. They support me, make us support you. Kind of thing. So for me, I'm not surprised, and I don't for logistics sake and even the economic activities happening around there, I don't see a lot of bigger artists going there.
Okay.
But those who want to go there, I think they should be strategic. I think Sarkodie and Shatta Wale has done it more than the others. I think he has done such shows more as compared to other big artists like him.
Okay.
So I don't know the trick working for him or the people there, they just love him, so they will save to bring him on board. But I think the coordination or the cooperation coming from Shatta Wale will also be a factor.
Exactly.
Some of the bigger artists, they may get the money, but the condition, like the road for instance, will let them say no, I won't go, or where they will sleep will let them say no, I won't go, or something like that. So far I think Shatta has the formula.
Okay.
So the others should just consult him. Maybe they will also get opportunity.
Consultation.
Like the way he's been doing it. I'm not surprised, but one or two will get the opportunity.
Okay, thank you so much. Now let's move on to one thing that happened over the weekend when Shatta was at 3Music TV for an interview, and after the interview, looks like some people from the platform have been suffering, and they've been suffering because, according to their fans, to them, they handled Shatta Wale softly. According to them, they could not punch Shatta Wale, and one person who is known as a critic of Shatta Wale, Olele Salvador, who is also on the same platform, has been explaining. And as it stands now, I'm asking myself, what at all do people want? In fact, the rest of the topics will interest you. Like, what at all do people want? Shatta Wale is a celebrated musician, and on the day, he was going to be celebrated by the people. I don't know why it is like that. Why is it that when an artist is going for an interview, everybody is thinking he's going to fight? Like, oh, the presenter should come hard. Who is teaching them this as it stands now? And I want to read some portions of Olele Salvador's post that he is using to defend himself. Now, after getting an interview to the artist, you have to come and defend yourself for your conduct or your reaction. Now, let's read some of the pointers. Then I pick the views of my people. Then we move on to other issues as well. Richie, you can zoom in a little bit so I can read from your screen. Okay. So this is what Olele Salvador and his deep throat source, what they are writing. It says, those of you who said you didn't learn anything new from the Shatta Wale interview, here are about 12 things you missed out on. There could be more. Okay, so from the Shatta Wale interview, here are about 12 things you missed out on. There could be more. It says, 1, Shatta Wale was a victim of circumstance. A broken home parents were going through a bitter divorce, and that affected him. He had to leave home. His father is a politician. He had seen money at a very young age and lived a luxurious life. He didn't know what it meant to suffer until he was allowed to step outside to play basketball with his friends, where he heard them murmur about hunger and poverty. And 3 says his father didn't want him to do music, but he pursued pursue another career that matched his father's status. His uncle told him that choosing to do music was a spit to his father's status in society, and that he could never be a star. Another reason why he left home to the streets. He didn't leave home because he was poor, but he wanted to make his own money and be successful to prove a point. According to him, when he broke out as Bandana with Mokoho, he lost his mojo of making hit songs. For 6 years, he looked for a hit song and nothing worked. People couldn't recognize him. He fell into an abyss of frustration. And 7 says he was denied an opportunity to play at Movado's concert at Accra's Accra Sports Stadium in 2011, which was hosted by Sammy. According to him, his close friend at the time hugged him and told him in Ghana that one day you would fill the stadium. He
would fill the stadium with his own concert.
7. Okay, 7. Okay, with his own concert. Number 8, he had an encounter with God in his 10 years of obscurity away from home, where he struck a deal to give him one more chance at his superstardom. It was a hellish experience until he returned as Shatta Wale. 9. Shatta did music to prove a point to his father and his uncle, make his own money and become his own king. But it has become a beast that he has to manage daily. 10. He is not proud of his alter ego, but that is what has made him come this far. So he has to embrace it. And it goes on to say he's no longer doing music for money. Yeah, he's made it and he's very okay. 12 says he believes that his brand doesn't inspire violence either by himself or to his fans, but rather discipline and fighting for what is rightfully yours. And this came from one of the panel members on the show, or the host of the show. The show has about 3 or 4 people, and as it stands now, they would have to come and explain. And I still don't get it. I want to get the reaction of my people to this explanation. Well, since you have the mic, maybe you can continue from there.
Sammy.
Why do you think Olele Salvador would have to come and explain himself after an interview? And this does not happen to any artist.
Yeah. That's actually the first time that a host is giving lectures after an interview. Host lectures of interview on what he thinks people missed. Okay, so this is what it means. Now let's pick the person in question. Like you said, there are so many people that have graced their platforms that this particular thing has never happened before. So now the first point is because it's a Shatta Wale. And the second point has to do with the people who interviewed him. That is the second point. Okay. What has been their track record prior to their encounter with the person? That is also another point to consider. So a brand can be, you as the presenter can build a certain or present a certain posture on how you attack people or how you attack issues whenever somebody comes on your platform. Now, should there be a little switch? Don't forget that your audience would definitely know. Should there be a way or a time that you don't go that tangent? Don't forget that your audience will notice. Mind you, because that is how you've trained them. That is how you've accustomed them to think whenever it comes to you. So there are certain people that the moment you mention them that, oh, they are going to interview Asimisi, everybody, whether the interview has happened or not, have some perception about how these people would approach the interview. And so far, Olele and some few people have positioned themselves in that light. So the moment an encounter happens and it is about somebody like Shatta Wale and they don't see those things, then it means that there was or something went wrong or there is something wrong somewhere. To them. That is why, because right after the news, they were expecting some big bang, some headline that can make somebody collapse. Of course. And that is what didn't happen. Which is why some people, even their own audience, would come and question them as to why they probably missed the whole interview, even though it lasted for about close to 2 hours. That is why they would come and even question the host, because so far as they are concerned, that is not how you've trained their mind. So when they come and they realize today there was no controversy, and in fact you are sitting with the king of controversy, so why was there no controversy this time around? What really went wrong? What were the conversations that you people had? Namo Kampus is saying these are some of the things. And again, Shatta in question is also another contributing factor to this long explanation. Of course, we are not going to mince words, and I'm not going to just beat around the bush. Okay. We know the kind of backlash or even quote unquote attack that people who supposedly want to project the good side of Shatta receive. This is not a secret. Even if it is a secret, it is an open secret. Yeah. you may doubt it. If you really doubt what I'm saying, just go and write "I love you, Shatta" on your timeline right now. Case study. Go and write that. And the number of people who will come at you, even some of your own people would come at you. It doesn't mean that it doesn't happen to other people. It does. But there has been a pattern over the years, especially when it has to do with the Shatta Wale brand. So yes, and this particular interview, half of it or majority of this interview targeted in the good side or the things that Shatta has been doing that has gone unnoticed. So that is what is driving that particular force of attack onto these people. Why has Jay Foley not come out to respond to some of these things? Why has some people like maybe Lenny or the other Cyril have not come out to answer some of these things? But a 12-paragraph piece from Olele. You understand? Then it means that he as a person has psyched his audience to a way that they are supposed to see him and think about him.
Especially with Shatta Wale.
Exactly. So the moment he has an encounter with somebody like Shatta, and that particular thing that he's trained his audience mind to be in it did not happen, then hey, we need you to come and explain. And you see, even this
agenda failed.
Even this explanation that he gave, majority of them were quote and unquote some positives that were derived from the interview, and he still received backlash for it. So it goes back to cement the same statement I made earlier about the fact that say something good about Shatta Wale, and you have so many people coming at you. Even after the interview in Ekran, of which people missed, or so many people missed it, what like the impulse of the interview, you have come for the person to explain. The person has gone on to write this brofo is not children. This is a long brofo that Odiko University and Kaman for thesis now actually. I'm not for project work. But he is still receiving backlash from it. Let's note this. We are not always going to get people the way we want them to be. Let's find a way to give people the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
Let's find a way to say or see people in a different angle. And we will probably understand where they are coming from and why they behave in a certain light. Me, those who are attacking Olele Salvador, I will beg them. They should ease it up and try, and also, like I'm saying, give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say this is the awakening of a new dawn.
Okay.
And say, okay, now, whenever Olele grants an interview, he's going to give a post lecture about the interview. Or he's going to give an explanation. Because he's now setting a trend that, okay, now when you grant an interview and people miss it, you need to come and maybe the voice they did not hear it, the video they don't see it. So the text they will come and read it. So I will just beg them to ease it up on it. I think whatever is there to be learnt in that particular interview is there, and it is online for everybody to read.
Okay, Abbas, take over. In fact, let me say Abbas is one of the architects of the interview. So those who listened, they would have realized that Jay Foley gave shouts to him at the end of the interview because he was one of the architects of the interview. And that is why sometimes when I even hear people Shatta says he doesn't, why is he running to the media? I laugh because they don't even know the genesis and how this whole interview came about. They have no idea. They really just don't know. Well, Abbas, what do you also say about Olele's explanation to the general public and to online people about Shatta's interview? I have some two other hot stories, so let's make them snappy.
To make it very snap, I say it feel good to do good. It's also feel good to meet good people.
Okay.
You know there are good people that you know they are bad. There have been times that somebody said the way Yasmin JJ when he meet JJ, he was just shaking him.
JJ Rollins?
Shake JJ Rollins. Okoya sana nyamo person kani na ba ni ti.
It's also a meaning.
Well, meaning no it but Oshia JJ was shaking his
You can't.
But Okoya no kai. And that's it for people who experience him this way. First of all, the stardom thing may take over them. The goodness thing will take over them. Also, the environment in which you are even will not allow you to set any agenda, because the energy in the room will not allow you to be one, you, two, to be a black sheep, three, there is no way you can make a headline out of it, because any angle you take it from, the person is PR conscious, is marketing conscious, is a living testimony of goodness. So he vibes on different direction, on a positive agenda, and purely the agenda on that day was to talk about legacy and talk about its good works. So even no matter how you try to fly it, when you notice other people are flying this thing, they are just talking about him and things that he made, comments he made about other talent and all this stuff, trying to find ways and means to probably put him into a fighting mood with other talents. That is what most of the media, and thinking that is the only way to gain numbers or to gain eyeballs. So there have been times that I tell myself, look, it's either there's a particular default in setting with the Ghanaian audience, where if they hear positive, they really, that means they've not heard the gist. A gist to some audience is only negative. Man see Assembonia is not news. Or it's not worthy of listening until they hear anything negative. I don't think it's only Salvador. Maybe all the platform across board need to try to be pushing that positive energy thing, because if we are not careful, it will get to a time that we are giving people vital information that need to save them, but because it doesn't come from a place of pain, it doesn't come from a negative place, they won't pay attention, they won't listen, they won't want to pay attention to you, which is very bad. So I'm happy, and there's one thing Shatta used to do, and he did it at the end of the day. I was just waiting for that part, the money part. It was raining, and I can see the happiness in them. Like everybody was too happy, and I'm sure the people
were they all happy though.
Yeah, they were all.
Shatta is me. Shatta is me. No. How can people be sitting at a round table and you be throwing money at one direction? While some people are sitting very close to you, like just a hand to if you want to slap them, you just slap them, and you're throwing money and you're throwing one that even where he was throwing the money to guy is very far.
They will be happy because at least one note could enter them hand at the end of the day.
The one bundles has a note. The one Shatta bundle has a Shatta note. The one bundle.
So, bros, I mean, what I'll just encourage all of us is let's be positive. Because Olele himself, over time on social media, on radio, has been very, very aggressive, picking on cases. So this time around, they are just giving him a taste of his own thing. And he should just feel it. He shouldn't explain too much. Even also, he will be explaining for generations to come.
Chabo.
Yeah. For me, I think it's because of his nature, how he's been doing his thing online. That's why this time around he has to give explanation to whatever is happening. And because they were also expecting him to do more like the usual of him, like go be aggressive, ask what they would consider as tough questions or controversial, and it didn't happen. So obviously they will not be happy with him because they are the audience, they've been watching him. They want something tough. They want to see you heckling Shatta Wale. They want to see you interjecting here and there, asking questions and all that, and they didn't see that, so they were disappointed. So for him to explain himself, I think it's because of the way he's been doing stuff. It may be good for him. It may also not be as good as he wants it, because people will now be like, so if this is the way that you'll be going, then we won't come again, kind of. And then others will say, well, this is what we want. So if you are going this direction, then we will have to come and watch more of you. So for now, we don't know how it's going to affect him, but based on the way he does his thing in general, he needed to explain things. And the explanation there is like, now he's telling people what to hear. Maybe you didn't hear this, just listen.
Not asking what punchy questions are relevant questions.
Yes. It's not like it's because they didn't hear what they would normally hear or how they wanted to go. Like yes, those who were watching, there were some people who were just waiting for that moment. Shatta will say something and they will go, say a kind. Well, this is how he is. That's why. So yeah. And
I said it not happen like that.
Like that,
they felt disappointed.
Yes, it's like, oh, he didn't say anything because he didn't say the way they want him to say. So only explaining it's nice. I mean, when you look at it, it's really nice. But he is doing the explanation because of his antics online. That's how he has been for a long time. People will go at him. He will go at people. They will heckle and do other stuff. Now it didn't happen, so he has to explain himself. So let's see going forward how he's going to handle it. But I think this one is a special one for Shatta. It's not everybody who is going to get this kind of.
No, now they have to do it for everybody.
No, it won't happen.
No, we will not agree.
Who is that person that they have to give
Then
it?
they will come and explain.
Who is that person that they have to give it for? No, it will not happen for
person.
everybody. It's only few people who have privileges like the way Shatta is enjoying this one. Somebody writing to explain what he said and the lesson that you have to take from it. It doesn't really happen like that. So for me, it's once a while some of these things will happen. So you just take it as it comes.
Wow. Yeah. Well, interesting. And I love the way Chemo said, once a while, some of these things happen. Now, once a while, something has happened, and I would want us to look at it next. So, to those who really watch this channel, I'm sure you might have watched the video of why I wanted to go out to the media to discuss the Shatta movement story. First, I said that it is not only about the Connect album. I remember I said that it is because as friends, when I took the position as the manager of Shatta Movement Empire, most of them wanted to talk to me. Oh, Sammy, so what is happening? Come and let's have an interview. But I thought at that time I was still learning, new in the business, a new fish in the sea, learn. So until I learned a lot, then I was ready to go out there. Finally, I was out there and interviews have been going on. So far, so very good. I think I've done about 7 stations or so. And we are still doing it. Only for me to wake up and to see some of my people in the media space throwing salvos at me. And their problem is that, why am I doing interviews? Like, that's the only problem. Why are you doing interviews? Some are saying because Shatta has issues with the media, so he should come and apologize. So he should do a press conference before he can do like, I don't get it. Maybe I'm the only one who is not being wise here. I want to ask these people whether they also be wise to understand what they are saying or not. Richie, give us video number 1. 2 people have been speaking. One is Nana Romeo of Accra FM, and the other is what's his name? Mike 2 at Adom FM. And I want us to watch this. I'll be right back.
Sammy Flex and Ope baby will be a Michia Miniano Pa no Kakra. Sammy Flex and Ope baby will be a Michia Miniano Minia Pa no. And I knew na Nesaya Juma or CMGR or CTV and I made me walk cry FM. In fact, why are dear? Watch the say Ope Juma when Nija Juma no. Say, oh, now, yeah, Shatta Wale manager. When I can was say enye on paper but verbally no ona oye Shatta Wale manager why there so meaning say anytime bia no obetumi agye adwuma no and anytime bia so no Shatta betumi afire o eno de mumienu masem ade a mentia se kakra ye say Shatta Wale a release album me hu ye nka musician de o de album ba ona uko interview na o ka ho asem na ye bo enwuma wo album so na o kyerɛkyerɛ enwum no mu de ye ya otwere we na o kyerɛkyerɛ musa na ye di ho nkomo ba we de table na tene ama manager no mum ene ko radio stations ka album no ho asem nti bi da honestly we ne de di nkan a me de mahu I stand to be corrected though but me first time wa me hu bi nie say artist na manager no mum no ena wa booki interviews and wako interviews no on behalf of the artist wa bra artist no wa Ghana ha sebi wonyare bibia nsiye na ne manager ena eko interview in the name of the artist Sammy ho kakra no de mentiase o ani die mo a ede na si entia artist no wo ho na Sammy ena eko interview ewo artist ni dimo Sammy ede na si ya wagana hana Shatta Wale ka se onhia media no na media no kra ye moa no na se media no moa no de a esi dan ena ode ni project aba na wa wo ya manager no wonam na wo bo project no ho dawuro se bi mpreduasa empanyifo bu baby se ye chirinsuo mu nam a se bi ye we sardine because sardine no fish na wo mu no fish na wakan mu no efrinsuo mu na baaye obi a wo chirinsuo mu nam no wa we sardine Shatta Wale adi media na tem sa enso wade ni project baaye the same media udi o matem no the same traditional media no so na monam na mo project anase mo bo mo project mu dewro ho kakra de ase menti ase Sammy Flex, you know the writing. Do the needful. Say I was say Shatta Wale ba abontin. Na oba address traditional media no patch or say. First na minim ne na meye. Ti make a traditional media no. But nay baba be who say without traditional media no I can't be Shatta Wale. Because Shatta be Shatta wabra na social media maye. The days of bandana na ye ni Instagram ni ye ni TikTok and so obeye bandana ama ne nyom je babia mo bia hu Shatta Wale that time bandana enti sabi ye say okonfo bone a watena yare fo ho pen abone ho ban ma yare fo na hu na okonfo papa aba no sa okonfo bone na watena yare fo no ho wonwu no sabi ye yini mu enti se nei social media ba na office obetumi atena social media so arante adi atem amana ko viral no problem but a man you fi say traditional media no ena amma waye ne waye ya besi ne enti say wo apology bia I think say you should come out say wo Shatta no kra won to me for apology ne ma say want to me metena social media no so apologize to the traditional media na fafa o manager Sammy Flex so say Sammy yen tworo krata na wa kan ana yen publish say me sorry say me didi traditional media na tem no fan che me bi nsi biem because enya Shatta Wale nko ani musician na Ghana ha ye kan ho asem ye kan musician bia ho asem wo Ghana ha nanso ye hu say musician bia betena social media so arranti adi traditional media na tem da sabi empanyifo se enam a yenwe no yemfa yesi nyeden enche aduane a yechiri no yenkan hwe ansana ya chicha mankoda adi enti se office traditional media nya bibia ma wa adentina wode o project aba na o manager enam station to station na o propagate o ka ho asem nti e ba se na ana ene na ma de bia manfo feel say ase edu be ana ase yenim de yeye because untumi embeka sentia traditional media no na utwa ho wi a wasa aba traditional media no ho abepemwa sebi so far baby a ono Shatta na nkasa akwa interview no say traditional media say obi radio station and I know the encounter traditional media no and I know the encounter media no. I think say you need to come out and apologize to the people you have insulted regardless the one can found because you need us more than we need you. And no the fashion team say you need the media more than say the media needs you. Ya wa krom ha any musicians ti krom ha yi. Abibia mu here interview bia mo ba ni a grant am for free. You don't pay anything for your interviews. But say presenter bi hu nipa bi ye bibi na ofre wa strategy am use ni say oh talk to my manager, oh he go sort you out. And so now mo share chire na mo bobo oh charge am. But I also oh talk to my manager, he go sort you out. Ye ni mini na but yan kan wasem. We still give you our platforms to come and talk about your project. Enti se mo beba bonti abe pacho wa ebe boa dan se I say kwesi konso na oteten kwanchen ho no Sammy enye wadwuma no me nchire wo de ese wo ye but you know say this is not your job, this is the artist job. O de ne say ube booking interviews na ma no na wakọ kasa so artist ni ntimi nkode a na je say munim de enye but you are doing it. Let's change. Yamfa ni die ma wo mu ani die se wo me nso so obia so obedi Shatta Wale atem me nso so nemum sebi mprediasa ensa feed pen no yentwam firi ho because okwa obesan be hiansa no biem de ayade we ayama futu sema me de mamo. Sit down and do the needful. This is my advice. Thank you. We ayasunhwem enye bonimu me that's it.
What the baba so inti kamedia misusu say company bi a wo ba ya ebiase company no kra in quote you say collapse. We want you to revive the company as a manager. The little that I have learned ewo management skills mu no e kire me say oba mu a you sit down, you do dialoguing, you dialogue with all the staff members. You sit down, ebiana former managers, you know, probably you cannot contact them about the no case, but proper management, you know, you sit down with them, listen to their grievances. Ebia, many the CEO of the company, ebia Shatta Wale be kwatransiaka, yenhwe ekwan betumi afa so, ebia seniors, bulldog one Mr. Logic mu nyina no mu ye mpanifo adwuma mu ye ya che ye beto mu wo mu na emeso so afei ma ba be fa adwuma yi mu me hwe kwan be fa so a ye betumi a ono mu ka sampo na ma nte ase a wa wie adwuma. Don't come out to say it's not your business and that it tells say eja na aso ho na ye ode na wo de ye se yankudwafo nku yankudwafo ni dwa na se ukudwafo di dwa wo de ba be ye wo me de me kasa me mpese sa den beto Sammy frɛ because anya hwe kra no me ni aketo ano anya hwe kra awurade adom adwuman kakra ebi awurade adom me fantu me ho ye ba mu ansa na wo bam no kra de enye no ne de kansem enti sa ne ma we nyina na so ye na wo ba ya beto say Shatta Wale did nkrofo atem no. What amendment have you made as a manager with the various radio stations? I am a new woman. I'm very, very disappointed in you, particularly Sammy Flex and Shatta Wale team. What is this one on pet traditional media? And now, and then you someone and go kwa ye pro oko ye or the ababa. Abo no the aban oko ye a preview or a premiere or review. Now the manager is going around talking like an artist. What kind of management are you doing? And I'm for some kind of management now. What about where did think Fatama also you're part of us? Now Kaumpo say and the breakers you be do kosi and also Sammy Flex ya and kwa yama. Esa sa onwe ye ho. The breakers you be and now ko di so say nka be boan e bia a minister and now ye president ya. Ye nim say nka ye de na ko no. Say nka ko yama. Ye didi atema wie na also so because you are getting what you have. It is not about your personal interest alone. Sometimes you have to think about the people, where you are coming from. And then, and you will say, "Oh, go interview what is on Twini Wachi." Nanka, what yes, oh yeah, more, oh yeah, near Yanko Nimonto. Oh yeah, near Ya and Quanimonte. I didn't know me grab him in TV that more di and you met Chiach and Monchemi. I brofo Ghana Ham Penny for Sebia, artist manager. And no, no, and you might have bono, abono, manager no na kon or church and you minim, ebia, second home they are fine. Artist no way, Sebi artist no an artist no ya bonny. Chatale ya bonny. I have done you my ba, and as I'm a fresh him. Sammy, Saturday night time. Ebia no be to me can't me so ha meka. O abontia meka. What's na ha meka send meka na because one of fans and no Shatta Wale ne wo Sammy fresh no means robia medikaka. Se nipa miensa pa means ro mo wi ase Ghana ha kra ha. Shatta Wale 1. Agrada aye 2. Funu aye 3. Means robia. Intinka wo kan ye ho no. You come, you sit down, you make amendments how we can reconcile because anya hwe kra no oya hwe mu bi mu adwuma me ye wom now baby the dear tell me I don't need traditional media money mu na gu ase amon nam radio stations so of course obi won interest ebe boa na platform amana I make content no be invite to I don't have any qualm but ning na mu kra san ha me kra say obi nso so a ono no ye di natem ebe na first me ko interview Shatta Wale ne nkrofo person who says he doesn't like traditional media and now he's going around. Ufri hana okoha. Who? When we go ase. Shatta Wale crowd sometimes you don't need his apology because when he apologizes today, he will come and do the same thing tomorrow. But then crowd and kaefe and ka Sammy flex wo ba no. Ah wo so wate adwuma na se anka wo ba no. Enka you should have also call for a press conference. What transe? Who say okay, minianom Shatta the senses but me na ma be fa adwuma na me die ne mo me asem bia aba bia sense bia yen hwene yen kasa na ye nto yie muntumi nye we nyina wo de nwuma ba na akọ radio so me ma me aneka wo say abum obi moka ade tena traditional media no so na onya interviews and now free station A station B me say others host na a host too no I don't have any qualm with them. Probably they have their interest and stories are written the interest ebi na bo am content ntia but then car ye mu benko oba ye be kasa oba ye be jew but ni ase ye ka kire no e be ka kire pe without fear and favor because don't you metrans ni do obi atem and so na ye Shatta Wale ntino wa di kofo nyina atem na akọ na Sammy flex nso aba no di akire na untumi ka sebe nyansa sem bi akire yen ena wagya wa artist ni ofie ena onam na enwuma ya gbo no afedo na odani artist a chechirem yebo A na wa chirem yebo B na wa chirem yebo C anya wani mu na egu asanka ba yewe shame
But Charlie, the Mr. Shatta, hey, what bro? Lord, let them kill us here. No, like I'm just a Jew, Mr. T, and say, don't put me. I don't know, I couldn't 20 years.
Yes.
Huh?
20.
20. It's a kind of day, like what? Me the main counts out of my room.
What and my friend on God neither.
Hi.
Beginning and response in how on God.
That 10,000 lashes no.
No cry.
200.
Lashes no origin. And did no. Nini na nko no kakra be fa ho
10 million la e go wa 200 waje
Okay, Munka say, may editorial about our videos. My necra imagine. Oh, me. The Shatta should be quiet for me to handle. That's my fight.
Oh, Nami, I wish he wouldn't even respond.
No, he won't. This is my fight, and I can fight. I can handle them.
This one is not a fight.
Chabu, what can you say about this? Like, what can you say about this?
Yeah, a whole lot. Like, I don't even know where to start. Beginning, let me begin with Nana Romeo. Well, I don't. After saying so many things, I still didn't get where he was coming from. Like, if I have to summarize it, let's say he wants to say that the traditional media is still relevant. He doesn't understand why Shatta Wale will say that he doesn't need them. But I mean, that one is obvious. We all know why now the traditional media. Let us define it. Traditional media is all the media platforms before the internet. So the print, the radio, the TV, before the internet, they are the traditional media. And all the other media platforms after the internet, or that you can find on the internet, are the new media that we are talking about. So now, in fact, the truth is that we don't even have any proper traditional media in the system again. They are all dead. In fact, Nana Romeo talking, or the other guy, Mike too talking, we will hear of it because of the internet.
Yes.
Without internet, whatever that they have said, we will not hear.
Yes, you will not have heard
because
it. That's true.
I don't know the last time I listened to Nana Romeo or listened to Mark 2. No, I don't listen to them. In fact, I don't even know the time that they do their shows. I'll only hear of this on the internet. So if Shatta Wale says that I don't need the traditional media, he is saying the truth. He is saying the right thing. He doesn't need it. Unless you come online. I can bet you if Shatta Wale and his team are coming to your program and you will not stream it online, he won't come. He won't come. He can tell you, if you are not streaming it, I won't come. Which means he is depending on the online platform, not your platform. Your platform is just an instrument now that you use to publish your things online. Traditional media is gone. I can debate anybody who wants to debate me on this. Let's cut all your internet connections. Do your broadcasting as it used to be before internet, and let's see if you survive for even 1 month. Any traditional media can come on. Let's do this. Don't stream your content online. Don't do anything. Nothing. Just do.
Richie, I need this video on Facebook tomorrow.
Just do it.
This video, I need it on Facebook tomorrow.
Just do it as you want to do it without the internet, and let's see if you will survive for just 1 month. You won't. Traditional media is gone, and those who are still relying on it, thinking that it is there and they have power, they don't have any power. Unless they don't know how the system works now. They would say those things because they don't know. But then when they come, we will explain it to them why the traditional media is no more there. It's like the newspaper. Where is the newspaper now? It's gone. But people still do the press.
Yes.
And when they do it, do you know what happens? People will take it on radio, read it, upload it online before people will see what is in the newspaper.
Yes. And even them, when they do it, they still do the online version.
Exactly.
All the newspapers, their stories are online. Graphic service. Now they put their whole front page.
The only way for people to get to know of you is when you put it online. I hardly watch TV. Unless it's like the football matches that we want to watch for some reason, or like a special event kind of. But on our daily life, if we want to get the news, we don't even listen to the radio that they are doing news on a regular basis. We will hear of it after on the internet. So if somebody as powerful as Shatta Wale, who has in fact huge numbers as compared to any traditional media that you can think of, says that I don't need you, he doesn't need you. That's the truth. Your best way is to collaborate with him, and you also get numbers. If he is coming on your platform, the only thing that it will do for him is that some of his people may find themselves on your platform at that time.
Yeah.
So he can reach out to them. But regardless, he can still reach out to them through his own platform or his own account. So if there's anybody benefiting from Shatta's content, it's you people, the traditional media people. Let's go and check their numbers before Shatta Wale came there. Like if Shatta Wale comes on your platform, and at the time that he has it, let's see the numbers. You can clearly see the difference. So they shouldn't come with that kind of argument. There's no traditional media there. Like with that internet, you are gone. So don't bring that thing that you are still powerful. You have to apologize. He won't apologize to anybody. There's no need to apologize to anybody. If there's anybody who needs an apology, then you should go to Mark Zuckerberg. Because if he blocks Shatta Wale, that is it. It will affect him more than a traditional media saying that are blocked. In fact, all the traditional media, when you go there and they don't have Shatta Wale, people will be calling that, go and call Shatta Wale, you need Shatta Wale on your platform and all that. The people that you want to serve so that you make money, they will tell you that we need Shatta Wale on your platform. Then you come and talk like this. In fact, one thing that we have to get is that those who are saying that they are not economic decision makers. So they are doing it based on their ego and what they think that it should happen. It's not economic decision. But because if you are taking economic decision, Shatta Wale will be the first person that you consider having issue with. Because Shatta Wale on your platform is more money than whatever that you have done for many months or something like that. So you better collaborate with him than to fight him. That's how it's supposed to be. So I don't know why they will be saying all those things that if he is coming on their platform, then he has to apologize. There's no need to apologize. Again, Sammy Flex going on a radio talk or going to talk to people just to get the angle either directly from Shatta Wale, from his manager, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why they are insisting that Shatta Wale should be the one doing that. Without Shatta Wale, Sammy Flex has no this thing, whatever to come on their platform. That one too, I don't get it. One, first of all, Sammy Flex is also a media person, and beside that, he also has a name. As in, he is popular to some extent. In fact, than those who have started it long time ago before he came in. So if he's coming on your platform, it's the same thing.
2018.
You also get the numbers. And he will not come there and say anything at all. Like he will say something that people will be happy to hear him say. So if you say that, why should Sammy Flex be the one, and we have not even heard an artist manager doing that? Yes, you have not heard it before. This is the first time. It's innovation. Learn from it and it will help you. Because what is happening, we are in a new era that anything that is good can disrupt the economy like that. Somebody can come up with an idea and boom, this is the new direction now, whether you like it or not. So after Sammy Flex, before you realize, all the managers will start doing the same, because it will help their artists. If their artists are not the one going, the managers are moving to do it, and they are not getting something right. Sometimes the kind of manager that you are is not the same as the manager that they think of. They have not seen that manager before, but that's what they think of. They think of the manager who has the like their managers. You see, when they are talking like this, somebody can call and say, "Hey, stop the way you are talking, or else tomorrow don't come to work." And that's the end of them. That's the kind of manager they think about. You see, they think about the manager that can order people to do things. But in the case of Shatta, that is not a person to manage like that. As you said, Shatta Wale's management is doing what he likes so that he can do more for the work to go on. Exactly. It's not the opposite. For them, the manager can call and say, hey, stop talking, and they will stop. Because if they don't stop, they will be fired. They will be fired. And they use that kind of management into music. It doesn't work like that. An independent artist, established artist, successful for so many years that you don't even know how he did it. And you want to go and say, hey, sleep with this. Tomorrow, don't talk, don't say this, don't say that. Hey, how? And this thing, you can't understand it. I don't know why they will even have that boldness to go and air and talk the way that they did. It's like they don't know what they are talking about. It's like they are angry. They just want to say something so that they will also be part of the conversation and all that. Like, it's a lot of things working here. They want to be part of the conversation. Some may even want Shatta Wale to reply, like, after saying all this, they may want Shatta Wale to say something to them so that they will be part of the conversation. Like this tour that you are doing, you are the one going around, but they are still talking about Shatta Wale. Yes. Why? Because he is the one with all the talkabilities, and now that you are so close, now you are getting something small. With time, I think your lashes will also increase if you don't take care. So for me, I think we should ignore them. They are sharing their views, all right, but I think it's not coming from the right place. They didn't get it right. They should do more and know how things are working now and stop the way that they are talking. Okay. But let me emphasize on this. Shatta Wale shouldn't apologize to any traditional media. Thank you. He shouldn't. Thank you. It will not be even good for his brand as it is now. He dare not. Like, let me just say. I'm vex.
Understandable. Of course, the name that they are tapping into is good for them. The relevance in which they want, or the relevance that they want, these statements will help them get. If not for anything at all, the talkability is there. The headlines are flying. People are posting. Of course, it is good for them. So, in that sense, I would want to understand them. They want to tap into it. So they are tapping into it. However, when you look at what they are doing, one of the easiest things to do in life is to give a cheap advice. One that will not affect you. Yes, it's one of the easiest things to do. To give what? A cheap advice. Yes. One that will not affect you. You see, I want to take these as advice. Okay. Because they are cheap. Of course. Because, okay, they want Shatta Wale to apologize. Because when you ask them, they will tell you, oh, we want the good for him. Because when he apologizes, now the traditional media will accept him, and now the manager will stop going for interviews, and we will get the artist himself. You understand? Because at the end of the day, the possibility that the artist will come to their platform for interview is not even up to 30%. Sisi manager na change man artist never that you don't know. When that content so Christmas flower.
Oh no, but you see, the other day I was on Kesben FM and I explained how expensive is it to get Shatta for an interview.
That's what I'm saying.
At this stage, if they think they need him like that, we can discuss it. It's production. We can, we will need this, we will need that. You will help us to get them. We will bring him.
Said it's a cheap advice. Chemo gave a very luxurious explanation. They don't take the economic decision because today these presenters, okay, unless ones that own their platforms, if the artist says, okay, these are my conditions to grace your platform, the money will not come from them. So whether the artist comes or not, the economic decision as far as they come into the platforms are concerned, they are not the one who takes them. So I know I'm fan because at the end of the day, he will get paid. It will not bother them in any way. Now, one of the most difficult things to also do in life is to accept change and innovation. I always say that people are still not accustomed to the new ways of doing things. And sometimes it saddens my heart that certain people are so accustomed to the old ways of doing things to the extent that they have a certain colonial mindset that, oh, I just have brought for here, then we will learn. When it comes to innovation, marketing, brand, I mean, when you went to Dubai, from the cab driver to the waiter, even to the first gentleman of the land, is an ambassador of tourism in the country. So they should put it for anything. They should put it at the back of their mind that if you are part of a brand, you some way somehow represent the brand. And if whatever you do negatively affects the brand, then they should understand that whatever you do positively
will also affect the brand. Thank you.
And in that light, I don't know how to explain this. Like the move, me, even if you have not come out to even say this is the reason why I'm going for interviews. Like, I mean, okay, when was the last time an artist released a project and for us to hear, oh, his fans are the ones holding a listening session? Tunde Ednut in Nigeria celebrated his birthday, and people were in their homes doing birthday party on his behalf.
Yeah.
I mean, when the video had his crisis with his child, his fans held a concert in his name without he being present too. So why do we have that mediocre way of thinking to the extent that, oh, this is how it is done. This is how we've been doing it since 1957. So we shouldn't change it. Even if there are innovative ways to still expand. No. Because, oh, in your mind, producer, manager are the ones that will sit down. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. And you see, lack of knowledge, our people will continue to perish. You know why? Because if somebody says something, research, asking questions, learning is one thing that is as if we hate it. Because when Shatta Wale came out to say, oh, Sammy Flex is my manager, or when Sammy Flex came out to say, oh, I am the one managing Shatta Wale now, whether he is the business manager, whether he is the personal manager, whether he is the life manager, whether he is the asset manager, nobody asked though. But we want to compare Sammy Flex management to a bank manager's management.
I say management ben away, you know.
Exactly, because management na ye woman. Obeto ye wo management ejuma intino.
Yeah, there be.
No wonder sometimes when people make certain statements, not only Shatta, Sarkodie made a similar statement, so we have now radio so 20 years. And Uncle BBC that. Like, and when Shatta also comes out to say, you've not helped somebody for the person to achieve a certain height in the industry, so he wouldn't respect some of these people. We may see this statement as harsh and dark, but it is because some of our people are not even innovative in their dealings. Because I am asking myself, okay, Mark 2, Nana Romeo, Sammy Flex, but two more management, but I'm asking myself, what are some of the blueprints that people can boast of? Sammy Flex in here 2 years, my friend said, more announcing, even if you are 2 years in the game, there are 2 innovations that is very clear for everybody to see.
Yeah.
Under your management, there is one that fans are holding listening sessions on behalf of artists. There's one that manager is holding press, how do we call it, meet the press with on behalf
media
of
rounds,
media rounds for the brand. So we are only waiting for there to be a scandal before we pick a phone and say, oh, we know we will not get the artist, so let's find the manager. And if we don't get, we come and insult them. But rather, when there's something to sell, have they asked themselves how many times the Jay-Z that they would want to compare their people to? How many times Jay-Z has granted an he even grants interview in a year? How many times the people that he would want to compare to and say, oh, this is how it is done there? How many times has they or have they seen Beyonce grant interview in a year?
Tweet once.
All these things are things that we would want to compare, but the learning is left with small.
Okay, I think Abbas can close the show for us now. Abbas.
As we are closing, a prayer is very important. Dear good Lord, give people wisdom, give them knowledge, allow them to have positive mind, let them not feel pains because their brother is doing well.
Amen.
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 Why him?
Why always?
Why him? Is one of the syndromes that kills a lot of people, including Satan. Oh, bow to him. Say why him? Me. So why him? He's just a man. He's nobody. Who is he? Why should I bow to him? Because how? And our Masono will keep a lot of people still in the dark. The sad spirit doesn't promote unity, doesn't promote development. Sincerely, let me tell you, listen to both. They want the man. That's the fact. Because my second point is, it is games. It is a game of numbers. They understand. They know. They are not eluded by the fact that they need him. But accepting it kills their ego. Understanding it alone kills their entire knowledge. So change is one of the things they are fighting with all their strength and all their might. Even the medium they want him to hear it through is a non-traditional medium. Because they know that is a surety, the very best way he will hear them. Because that is his platform.
Yeah, I get that point.
Razami. Before I come to your point as the manager, let me go to the point of your artist.
Okay.
It is becoming difficult for them because they realize that the artist have understand the power of his influence. So it's becoming difficult for people that controls the influence. That is why the need for the advice. That is the need for the conscientization. Because I need to let you be aware of my power. If I'm losing it to you, I need to let you be aware. I need to scare you. But the understanding they are not having is that that person is beyond that now. There's a level where a child is with you. You can do, hey, sit down, hey, this, hey, that. There are level, even if you are shouting on top of your voice, you won't see the child. The child doesn't give about the noise you make.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get it? The child doesn't care whether you even exist. It is you, the adult, the guardian, need to understand that this person is no more their boss. That bath outside, that wear dirty pants, that jumps up and down, that wear blue sneaker. This is their boss. That is somebody's husband. This is their boss. That is somebody's father. This is their boss that can feed me. So if I need his money, I need his time, I need his anything, I need to find a nice way, the best way to approach him, and I'm going to have it.
Okay.
Now, the most difficult thing for a lot of people also is that they always ask themselves, where is he getting that ideas from? He joined him right now and they are blending too fast. Because look, put all the managers they've tabled. They've done some.
Exactly.
Yes, they have. But at the rate at which the new one is going, hey, yeah, I'm sure you're on any 10 years, they will revolutionize the entire way of we doing anything and everything. I better they be an artist and Facebook be more none of ever. The artist and yashi or none of it.
Artist never saw Facebook, that manager let's say.
I cannot meet the mic. Look at the mic. You don't like that in that stage. Hi.
You get it? And it's becoming the fear of. So I ask myself, what is their fear? Their fear is that their brother is making a progress. They wish they are the ones who are making it. So I ask a question: is there any of them managing any talent? If you are a talent and they are managing you, ask yourself, evaluate yourself. What is their contribution to your life? They are traditional media key stakeholders. So if you are their manager, you should either be A-listed or B-listed. You should be highly sorted after. You should be making good money. If you are not, rethink it. What?
Think it.
Because the end game justify all the entire means. Maybe they don't know. Covering it up, keep it more valuable. And maybe they also don't know that you are an expert PR communicator. So it is within your means. If they have checked your profile, if they have checked your CV, and they've seen places that you work, so it is easy for you to work with boss A and be in the media. But it is not easy or cool with them to work boss B to be in the media. It is cool for you to work with boss A and be in jet and be flying all over, but it's not cool to be with boss B to be in jet and to move all over.
If you think.
You get me? Because the moment they start speaking and they continue to speak, I continue to evaluate the CV you have. Your CV is not in the room. It's on the street for everybody who got sense to see will see. You just need to click and it will be there for you to see. And on this street, let me tell them, if they are not innovating, one, the kind of people surrounding you yourself, the kind of things you are seeing, the where you are coming from, allows you to innovate. If they don't know anything about you at all, they should start from Flex newspaper till date. They will see at the rate at which you yourself are in change. You don't need to be part of somebody to be changing you. One kasa, you've been through a lot of things and you've changed it yourself. How many of them can boast of this platform where we are today? How many? And they can comfortably be doing the things we are doing and still be soaking all the pressure and be doing other things, including.
They don't know.
So, for if you don't know, that is why I start with a prayer and I'm ending on a prayer note. May God give you the spirit
Amen.
me the spirit of humility.
Okay.
And of
humility. By this time, the young more yes, sir. The same at the
God give all of us patience.
Guys, thank you so much. And I still would have to say something about this. Unfortunately, when you don't say some of these things, it goes into people's mind and they also go to town with it. Do you know, I made a post and someone came to write, why are you not allowing the artists to go for interviews? So it is coming from some of these things. That is why, to me, I keep saying the talking, the explanation. The other day, one friend, Charlie, they say they over-defend. They say they overprotect.
Because they are also over-attacking. So if they over-attack.
So far, thank
you, Abbas Maurice. Thank you, Roland Amate. Thank you, Intimidate Solomon Chamo. Elevate GH, Sammy Flex TV's music video promotion is ongoing. Abbas, give us the number so they call you for connection.
553049693. If you're outside Ghana, it's +233. 0553049693. +233.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. We'll end it here. But tomorrow, when you wake up, watch Sammy Flex TV. I will surely address some of these issues. There was one that I wanted to get their opinions on the Dusty attacks, but unfortunately, time has beaten us, so maybe tomorrow I'll also get their opinions on that as well. Stay tuned for more. Subscribe to Sammy Flex TV if you've not done that, because here, the showbiz is really living rent-free in our minds. I'll see you when I see you. We're out of here. Bye-bye.